Hi Gemini, it's time for your June reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that energies can be mirrored. And if you're interested in personal or private reading, you can find me working away in my Etsy shop, www.etsy.com/shop/psychicts. You can also find the link in the description box below. So, lovely Geminis, let's see what awaits you in June. Gemini, I feel a lot of spunky energy, but I do also feel some stress. I feel like there is somebody that maybe you're trying to get to do something or act in a particular way. Maybe there's something that you're trying to force. Because Gemini, you usually get your way. If you give a little push, you usually get the things that you want. And so you think, oh, it's just what I gotta do here. But something about this scenario or this person requires a bit more than that, maybe requires a bit more strategy than you usually need to operate. There's more moving pieces or parts or more aspects to this for this person than usual. And it makes you wonder, do I push too much? Is that even the right thing to do? Is that manipulation? How do I feel about that? How do I feel about my history and my past in relation to that? Well, Gemini, here's the answer. It's okay. Every one of us is different. Sometimes some of us need a push. If we didn't have people that could give us that little nudge in the right direction, some people would never move. An object that stays in motion, or an object, an object that is not in motion will stay not in motion unless an outside force acts upon it. You are the outside force that sometimes people need to become their best selves, to reach their potential, to get out of the ruts that they're stuck in. You have a very important role and a very privileged place in the eyes of the universe. This person, sure, there might be a few more aspects to them, or the scenario might be a little out of your usual depth, but I think they need you just as much as everybody else that you've helped push along. I feel they wouldn't be in your energy field if they didn't need that push, whether they realize it or not. We attract the people that match us. We also attract the people that we're here to guide and to help. They might be in your life because you are here to guide them. As long as you make sure that you are keeping their best interests in mind, there is no problem with this. If it starts becoming more about what you want, that's when it becomes more like negative manipulation. That's when it becomes controlling. But you're not there. Regarding love, this month might be a little bit more difficult for you, Gemini. You may feel like you're getting into more arguments or misunderstanding each other more than usual. Don't make any snap decisions this month. Don't let your emotions make decisions for you this month. Things will be a lot better in August for sure, if not also in July. If you do end up in more arguments than usual, especially in love, take a beat. Don't feel like you have to have the last word. Don't feel like you need to be understood. Don't feel like you need to fight it out till there's a resolution. Sometimes we gain understanding from the space after a conversation, when things that were said sink in a little bit more deeply. And that will happen both ways. Things that you've said will sink in. Things that they've said will sink in. Now, things that you've said may sink in ways that you did not want. They may take it in a negative way. Then have a discussion, right? If it comes up, then have a discussion. If you don't see eye to eye, let it go. Wait for another discussion to start up on its own. You may feel less loved this month, Gemini. It's not true. It's just that you and the other person aren't seeing eye to eye. That doesn't affect how they actually feel about you. You might think, well, they must not think very well of me based off of the things that they're saying to me and how they're perceiving the things that I'm saying. I don't know how true that is either. I think on the surface, yes, but in terms of what they actually think about you on deeper levels, they think well of you, and you'll see that. You'll see that in July or August. Whatever they think of you this month is going to change if it's negative, and if it's positive, it's going to last. So really, it feels like you're losing this month, but you're actually not going to lose anything. If anything, you're going to gain. Anything negative that they think about you, they're going to think positively of later. Everything positive that they think about you, they're going to continue to think positively and even more deeply. So you actually gain walking out of this month. Doesn't feel that way, but that's what the result will be. So take it in stride to the best of your ability. Again, do not make any snap decisions. Maybe don't even make any kinds of decisions unless you have to. Chill out a little this month, Gemini. All right. There is somebody in your life who loves you very, very much. Somebody who really sees you in your soul. This is the person that I think you may have some disagreements with this month. Because they've always seen you, and all of a sudden it feels like they don't. And that can hurt. But it's not long lasting, it's temporary, and it's not even true. There's just some kind of cloud that's going to happen, and it makes it hard to see when there's fog and there's cloudy skies. But the fog eventually dissipates, the clouds eventually blow away. This is a month and an exercise in patience. This is a month and an exercise in being okay if somebody that you really care about doesn't see you in the best light. Again, that's not true. They do see you in a very good light, but your perception this month will be that they do not. So this is an exercise in inner strength, entering the Empress energy, the inner strength. The Empress is somebody who leads a kingdom, sometimes many kingdoms. As a result, everybody in her kingdom or kingdoms has a different opinion of her. Some people like her, some people don't. Some people understand her, some people don't. Of course, that impacts her and affects her, but she can't allow it to do that so much that it impacts how she's able to do her job. On some level, she must be able to hear what others say, but have distance from it, have a shield around it, so that it doesn't take over who she is, and how she feels, and what she continues to do or not do. So you need to embody that energy this month, Gemini. This is going to be a month where I think good things are going to happen. It sounds like maybe not with all these arguments, but I think there's going to be a lot of good things, arguments in between really good things. A part of you may feel unsatisfied, but you also have the 10 of Cups. So if you're patient, if you go along with it, and if you speak up for the things that you want, despite any arguments you may have, you will get the things that you're looking for. This is a month to not make snap decisions, not start fights, but to still speak up for the things that you want. To find happiness in the things that you get and find happiness in the chance to ask for more. And more specifically. I don't feel like this is a month that you're supposed to rest too much, Gemini. Despite the Four of Swords here as the center energy. This is a month, though, to be careful how you measure things. Again, don't measure the relationship based off of this 1 month and what is said during this 1 month. Evaluate it off of the entirety of the relationship and or evaluate it off of how things go in July and August. This is not the month to start judging yourself based off of what others may say about you or how you may think they think about you. Stay strong in the Empress energy. Good things are coming for you, Gemini. I think it's mostly going to be in August, but it's all starting now. You may see signs of it coming up, maybe in the second half of June. This is a month to trust yourself, to find ways to ground yourself despite what other people say, but really to center yourself. If you're having a hard time ignoring the things that people are saying about you, find a distraction that's healthy. Binging a particular show, watching a documentary, why did I say that word? A documentary, watching or reading a book. Fill up your mind space with something else so you're not filling it up with your thoughts about what other people think. This is also a good month for you to think about your vision for the future. Ignore what's going on here. Think about, where do I want my life to go? What do I want my next few months to look like? What more happiness can I bring in? What other amazing things can I ask for? So this is a month for you to be working in the mental realm, but being careful of how you work in the mental realm. You could take it to negative sides or you can take it to positive sides. Things I want, things that make me happy, reading books that interest me and fulfill my curiosity. Seeing things in new lights serve me. Having patience for this month. So Gemini, I think actually this is a really powerful month for you. It might not always feel that great, but there will be happiness. But yeah, this is a month that might be a bit of a struggle, but it's paying off in really powerful ways that you just can't see yet. So yeah, have patience this month. Don't react the way that you sometimes do, Gemini. Don't be impulsive. Don't judge things off of this moment. Judge it off of the bigger picture. Don't make decisions that make you happy now, but sacrifice your future. Cool, Gemini. So, that was your reading for June. I hope that it served you. Looks like a good month. I mean, you got the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. You got the 6 of Cups. You got the Empress. You got the High Priestess. You got some good things. The Ace of Swords. Got a lot of really good cards here. So Gemini, I'll leave you here, and I will catch you in the next one.